Welcome to Reddit Towel. Today we have a story from r/true off my chest. This does have an update, so make sure you stick around for that. And don't forget to leave all of your comments down below. My 19 male girlfriend broke up with me and told me she doesn't want to be our daughter's mum anymore. The mother of my child, who had been my girlfriend for over 3 years until last night, broke up with me and told me she doesn't want to be a mum right now. I'm 19 and in my sophomore year at college. She's about to turn 18 and in her senior year of high school. We had been together for over 3 years, since we were in high school together. She got pregnant towards the end of my senior year. Our daughter just turned 1 year old. The pregnancy wasn't planned. We were careful, but not careful enough, and it happened. I was willing to support any decision she wanted to make. We talked through all the options together. She wasn't forced by anyone to keep the baby, but I told her I would be involved and support if that's what she ultimately decided to do. She said she already started to grow attached to the baby and love it early in the pregnancy and couldn't get an abortion. Neither of us were very comfortable with adoption, so she decided to keep it and I adjusted to the idea of becoming a dad at 18 years old. I had been accepted to another college a state away, but changed my plans after this happened and decided to go to an in-state school within driving distance of where we live. I live at home with my parents and commute to school. I'm only going to college part-time and will most likely graduate in 6 years instead of 4. I had planned to go full-time out of state and had much bigger goals for what I'd do after that. I also have a job and all of that income goes to supporting our child. I am okay with that. This is my responsibility. I love my daughter. I don't have a ton of free time, but we do share custody and our daughter splits her time 50-50 now between both of our families' houses. She used to have her more often because she was so little, but I still went over to her parents to help and to see my child all the time. My girlfriend is a loving mum, or always seemed like she was. I know it's been hard for her in many aspects, but I thought she loved our daughter as much as I do. I couldn't imagine saying I don't want to be her parent anymore. There are moments when I still can't believe this is my life, and there are times where I wish I had some more freedom, but I still wouldn't change it. She told me last night that she's been thinking about it for a while. She's applying to some colleges further from home and eventually wants to go study abroad. This isn't what she wants for her life and she's not ready to be a parent right now. She told me I'm much better at it than she is and she feels like a fraud. She said she wants to figure out what needs to be done legally to give me full custody of our daughter. We don't have any sort of legal custody agreement right now. She also suggested that maybe it will be good to start transitioning our daughter to eventually live full time with me starting right now. She wants to have her less time but thinks it won't be right to do it suddenly. I'm just sort of in shock, blown away by this really. I can't believe she would do this. It's not about me having to care for our daughter full time or anything related to me not wanting that. I'm so angry and almost disgusted at the thought that she could just decide she really eventually wants nothing to do with her own child. She made it clear that she doesn't want to be her mum once she leaves here. I'm trying not to explode. Maybe she was just feeling that way and will change her mind. Update. I gave my ex-girlfriend about a week to tell her parents about her plans to abandon our daughter, attend college out of state and eventually move abroad. She's living in a fantasy land. Her parents are really involved with our daughter, so I thought they had a right to know about what she was planning. One day, I got impatient enough that I told her parents myself. Last week, when I went over to their house to pick our daughter up, my ex wasn't even there. I was so angry and told her parents everything she told me. I also let them know that I think she needs to be evaluated for postpartum depression. I wasn't really familiar with it before. I knew about it, but only the more extreme cases of mums murdering their kids. When I looked it up, I realised she has a lot of symptoms, and I can see signs that I missed over the past few months. Now, she's mad at me for telling her parents, as well as accusing her of being crazy. She insists she was screened for postpartum depression already, and she's fine. Her parents have told her that if she wants to go to school out of state or go study abroad, she'll be all on her own, and they won't support her in any way. They can't actually stop her. Her mum assured me she'll make sure she gets screened for postpartum depression. Although her parents didn't want to agree to it at first, my daughter is staying with me and my parents for the next few weeks to give my ex a break. Sometimes her parents forgot they aren't my daughter's parents. That tells me a lot about what probably goes on over there at their house. At first, my parents thought this was just a phase she was going through, and maybe it is. But we've decided that no matter what she ultimately does, I have to get an official custody arrangement in place. If she can make a decision like this and just drop it like a bomb one day, she could easily change her mind just as fast and decide she wants our daughter all to herself. My mum and dad are going to help me with finding a lawyer to give some guidance with those aspects. I am not trying to terminate her parental rights. Probably couldn't if I wanted to, since it's just not that simple. I just want to protect myself and my daughter. Postpartum depression screening happens in the doctor's office and means nothing. They have you fill out one worksheet and she could lie on it. I did. I had postpartum depression with my first child. I didn't get help and it got emotionally bad. With my second, I started therapy and then medication after he was born. It is smart of you to get an official order in place. Only talk to her in text message so you have proof she wants to abandon her baby. You are a good dad. But make sure you file for child support, even if you don't need it. You can always put that money aside for a future college fund for your daughter, or just money in general for her future if she chooses not to go the college route. Good for you. So happy that you have parents who are supporting you through this situation. Where I live, parents can file for full legal custody and still have half physical custody, meaning that you make all the legal decisions for your child, but child can still live part-time with her mum and mum's grandparents. Best of luck. Your girlfriend may not be crazy, but she is wildly immature. This is why teenagers should not have children. I'm so glad you are stepping up to protect your daughter. You are doing the right thing and I commend you. Good luck. So I'm glad that he thought that it might be postpartum depression, because when I was reading his first story and he said she mentioned that she felt like a fraud and everything like that, I kind of thought the same as well. It could be the depression, or it could be kind of like fear of missing out because she's so young and there's so much she hasn't done. And she just got overwhelmed with how much time a baby actually takes. There's so much that her friends are probably doing and talking about their future and what they're going to do. And she's just thinking, I can't do it. I have a baby. It's really good that she has really supportive parents as well, and he sounds like he's really involved and his parents are, so it sounds like they've got such a good support system around them. But ultimately it is her decision. I 100% agree. No matter what happens, he should definitely make it official, go to the courts and get this done This also reminds me of a video I made some time ago where the woman decided that she wanted to abandon her kids because she now was attracted to other women and decided that she wanted to just start a brand new life. I will leave a link for that video in case you wanted to watch that after. But let me know what you think about this story. What advice would you give this guy? And if you did like this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I will see you all very soon.